Welcome back, boys and girls. Let's go into how the school year is going to run for you. We're going to be teaching a lot of different subjects. You can see them written on the board, our usual, plus some new things. So we will have literature. We're going to do that 4 days a week. And history. We'll do that 4 days a week. And science, our main 3 subjects, and of course math. Math every day. We want to talk about math. Every day. Don't want to forget poor math. And then we're going to add geography this year, learning about where the continents are, where the countries are, where the mountains are, some basic things. 1 day a week. And we'll do Bible 1 day a week. Miss Sarah's getting us an interesting new Bible book that we're going to study from. And then we have French with Miss Sarah 1 day a week. And then you and I are going to do French practice 2 days a week. We're going to do some interesting things like we're going to read a book and listen to someone read it while we follow along with our eyes and practice speaking what's in the book. Should be fun. And then art 1 day a week for the whole big, long hour-and-a-half block, like we always do, and PE 2 days a week for an hour with Mr. Plumley, like we did last year. So that's the schedule for art, for literature. We're going to be reading, like I showed you in the last video, a book called Blue Willow, about a little girl named Jamie and her family. You're going to like this book. I won't tell you anything about it right now. It's kind of a surprise, but you're going to like it. And then we will continue in the book that we started last year, Self-Government with Union. We're going to finish this book this year. And then we're going to do a little bit of study about California history and geography. And then our new science book, Weather and Water. You see that big old storm there. I told you about that we're going to be studying weather when I showed you our bulletin board in the last video. So this is written by the same company that did the science books we had last year and the year before. So this should be fun. Fun. All right. So those are our main books for this year. This is how your packets are going to work. You're going to get a grouping of assignments for the various subjects. And at the top of the page, you can see right here, it says class number 4, that's us, and this one's a literature page, so it says literature number 1. And on your assignment page, it's also going to say worksheet number 1. And then over here, name and date, like always. Name and date, name and date. So all your pages will be labeled like this, so you'll be able to keep them organized. When you turn them in, I want you to keep them organized when you put them together, the literature pages together, the history pages together, that sort of thing. Then we're going to be doing a reading log. It's going to look like this. Your parents will learn about this when they come for the parent orientation on Tuesday. You're going to put your class number, what week it is. Actually, I'll probably fill those in. And you're going to put your name and what book you're reading. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to read 30 minutes. So I will probably write in here, or type in here, read 30 minutes. And then when that's done, your parents will check it off for each of the days. And at the bottom, they're going to sign it saying, yes, ma'am, they really did. You really did read for 30 minutes a day. Read means read, not just sit there and look at the book. You need to really read, because it will make you a smarter person, a better student, and pretty soon when you practice reading, you will get to where you really enjoy it. Reading a book is like watching a video that lasts for weeks, and you get to live with these people. It's like when I read to you and read aloud. You like that. You'll enjoy those stories. Well, pretty soon you'll be able to read a silent in your head to you. This is for your independent reading time, half an hour every day. So you'll be receiving an assignment sheet. Looks like this. Like last year, when we went home because of the virus, except this one has little dots, little circles. When you finish the assignment, your parents are going to look at it, see that you did it, and then they're going to check it off. They're not going to grade it, but they're going to make sure you did it, and they're going to check it off. So here's math, and literature, and history, and science, everything all the way down here, PE. They're going to fill in what you did for 60 minutes in the week. It doesn't have to be 60 minutes a day, 60 minutes total for the whole week. You're going to put in here, played soccer, rode the bike, went for a walk, went swimming, whatever you do for your physical activity. And then here's your independent reading thing right here. And then at the bottom it says, please contact me. Video call me on WhatsApp if you have any questions about any assignment. A couple people did that last semester, but not very many people. You need to call me. If you leave blanks on your assignments, we're going to give them back to you, and you're going to have to finish them. So you might as well call, say, Miss Margaret, I don't understand what you're asking for on this line. Or I don't know what to do on my math problem. Call me, video call me, we can look at it together, and you'll know how to do it, just like in class when you would have asked me for help. I'm going to be sending you a lot more videos this year, instructing you on your assignments. We're going to read the literature. I'm going to read it out loud to you, and you're going to follow along in your book. You don't just have to read the book all by yourself this year. So I think you're going to feel more confident about your work, but you have to get it done. So every week I'll be sending out 2 or 3 videos for each subject. And then you'll have an assignment, a written assignment to do that goes along with that video. So we have a special Clip School YouTube channel, and it will be there in the playlist for Miss Margaret's class. And you'll look at the video, and you will watch it and do the work that goes with it. So the video will tell you, this video goes with history assignment number 2, or whatever it is that we're working on. All right, so you should be purchasing, along with your school supplies, if you haven't already, it's called the MultiSubject Folder. This is kind of like it. This is Miss Sarah's. Hers has a zipper on it, but it's kind of the same thing. It opens up, and inside there's little sections where you can put stuff. So you're going to have a section for history, and a section for literature, and a section for math, and a section for science and French. All the subjects, Bible, will all be on these little tabs, and when you work, you're going to put all your work in there, and then as you pull it out, you work on it, and you put it back in when it's finished. And then when you come in on Friday to turn in your work, you're going to bring your folder. It has a little flap that covers over it. Miss Sarah sent out a picture of it. You need to get one at Walmart or wherever you buy your school supplies. So when you come in, or your parents come in on Friday to bring in your work, it's all organized in the folder, not just a pile of papers all mixed up. So when you bring the work in, we're going to be looking through it to see that it's done. If it's not done, we're going to give it back to you. And you'll have that work plus next week's work to do. So don't leave stuff undone. This is not that hard. You need to do your work. And then most of you, everybody except Caitlin, by the way, boys and girls, Caitlin's our new student this year. She'll be joining us. She's 13, and she's going to be with us in our class number 4. We are the 4s. Yay, 4s. We're going to be making our own cover for our white binders, what we used to call white binders. We're going to call them your notebook. Caitlin, this is where we keep all of our work that we do the whole year. And it goes in dividers for each subject. So at the end of the year, you take it home, and you can see everything you did all year long. And actually, once we're back in class, we're going to be taking them home every month so your parents can see what you've been doing. Because they aren't here in school with you. They don't know what you're doing. So they're going to get to look at it. So you're going to make a front cover for it. These binders have a little place in the front, a little plastic place in the front where you stick a piece of paper. So you're going to design your own front cover. Here's mine. I did this in about 45 seconds. It'd take longer on yours, but you can tell Miss Margaret likes flowers and I like gardens and all that kind of stuff. So when you make this, it needs to say notebook somewhere on it. It needs to say the year 2020 through 2021 on it somewhere. See how mine says that? And then it's going to slip in here to the cover on the front of your notebook binder. And then we will make, with a nice font on the computer, a place where it has your name down the spine so that it'll be nice and readable for your teacher. That's me. We're also going to start something new this year, which is a timeline binder. We're going to be putting pictures of all of the historical events that we studied through the year into a binder, dividing it into time slots, so that you have a little book that's all of the historical events that you've learned about over the years. And it's going to go with you from grade to grade. So when you're in high school, you'll be adding more things. As you're doing Old Testament or as you're doing ancient history with Mr. Vaughn, you're going to be putting more and more things into your binder. But just think, the beginners are going to start that this year, and by the time they're in Mr. Plumley's class, they're going to have a wonderful binder full of pictures of everything they've learned about in history. So you're going to make a front cover for your timeline binder as well. It needs to say timeline on it somewhere, and then whatever else you want to do. I just, in about 3 seconds, I did this so I could show you that you need to make one. Make yours nicer than mine. I drew a line that kind of looks like a timeline, and then I put, this is the beginning of time when the earth was created. Here's today. And I drew a thing, arrow thing. You come up with your own creative way of representing time and a timeline passing. Okay? I know you can do it. Let me look at my list and see what else I need to talk to you about. We're not going to use CFs, so this MultiSubject Folder thingy is instead of a CF. We won't use the red folders for carrying work home anymore. So I think the most important thing is you need to be diligent. You need to take your work seriously. Enjoy it. I would pray that you would have a love of learning. A love of learning. But you also need to be careful to get it all done. To take it, not seriously, but make sure it's important to you that you do your very, very best on your work. Last year we had some people that kind of just went, whatever, put question marks and didn't ever ask a question. They just left things blank. So if you need help, what are you going to do? Call me, video call me on WhatsApp. I'm going to be here at school from 9 until 2:30 every day, working on lessons and waiting for your call. You can text me first and say, Miss Margaret, are you available for a question? That would be all right, but you need to call. And your parents can also schedule a time for you to come in and get some extra help with something. If you'd rather sit down side by side and get some help with your math, they can schedule a time for you to come in. There won't be anybody else in the classroom, just you and me, and your mom and or dad if they want to stick around. It's not going to be a room full of people, but we can sit, and you'll sit in the desk, I'll stand up here at the board, and we'll go over it together. I promise not to spit on you. So, we're going to have a good year, we're going to learn lots, we're going to love learning, love the Lord, be good friends to each other, and we'll be back again together in the classroom